Many mid-sized business starts with passion. In fact, great passion, great idea, great innovation, nice product and service. But as they grow, there is a key element that is often overlooked, and that is the right business structure. And you would agree with me that without the right organizational framework, even the most promising business would fail. Today, I'm going to be talking about the architecture of resilience with a focus on how to structure your business. Follow me as I go into this round of presentation. Thank you. Oftentimes, poor structure leads to inefficiencies, confusion, and in fact, failure within a business. If you employ me into your organization today, I need clarity. I want to understand what is my role, what's my function, who do I report to, what is the decision-making framework within this organization? How do I collaborate across the organization? These are questions talent would typically ask. But if an organization does not have the right frame or structure, you realize that relationships and responsibilities within the organization is not well defined. We see instances where jobs are either overlapping or reporting is not properly defined within the organization. Let's discuss common structural issues that mid-sized businesses face in today's environment. The first is founder dependency. You realize that a lot of decisions are centered around the CEO. Decisions around procurement, payment to vendors, even selection of the vendor to use is centered around the CEO. Another point is on undefined roles. Employees wear so many hats in the organization, no doubt about that. But when there is no proper definition of who is responsible for what, you realize that people begin to burn out. There is also confusion because if I do this, there's somebody else that is doing the same thing. So there's no proper clarification or clarity when it comes to hierarchy within that business. The third point I'd like to emphasize is a lack of middle-level management. Where there is no bridge between leadership and frontline staff, you realize that decision-making is quite slow within the organization, and it tends to bring about a lot of bottlenecks. The fourth point is on poor communication channels. I've seen instances where a lot of businesses communicate on social media platforms. I always say that official communication should be done via email. The reason is because a lot of information can get lost or misinterpreted using social media platforms. And finally, succession plan. When there is no succession plan, there is no future in a business. Or we tend to say that the future of that business is uncertain. I recall when COVID hits businesses, because a lot of businesses did not have a backup plan, did not have a succession plan, many businesses went down the drain. So you need to think through as you build a structure in your organization, make sure that there is a succession plan. The next area we're going to focus on is the reason why structure is important. A well-defined structure helps to clarify roles and responsibilities. It improves decision-making and accountability. It supports scalability and growth. As a business, you should be thinking of the next level of growth. Do not remain where you are. So you need to upscale. You need to also enhance operational efficiency so that you can improve your bottom line, and then ensure that your business continuity is in line with the objective or the goals that you have set for your business. So even when crises come, where there is any COVID or any instance like a COVID situation comes up, your business is not totally affected. I'm sure the next question you'll be thinking about is, what is the right structure to implement for a mid-sized business? The first I would like to mention here is that every business structure, or there is no single type of business structure. For a business in the oil and gas space, a business in the telecom space, the structure may be different. But you need to look at these critical factors that I'm going to be explaining, and then in a subsequent episode, I'm going to tell you about the type of structures that may be suitable for your business. The first point is to look at a clear and a flexible structure. A structure that helps to define the roles and responsibilities of everyone in the business. A structure that helps to give room for growth and adaptation. And adaptation is very key in today's environment. Whether you're in Nigeria or you are in South Africa, wherever you are, the macroeconomic dynamics will continue to impact your business. So you need a structure that is well adaptable. You need a layered structure, a structure that is able to balance leadership, middle level management, and also your operational staff. The next point is that you need a process-driven structure. By process-driven, I mean a structure that gives room for your systems to be in place, your standard operating procedures as well, that would help to reduce reliance on individuals or, key individuals within the organization. The next point is a tech-enabled structure. I would really sit on this because in this day and age, we see a lot on technology, a lot with the use of AI. So you need to ensure that whatever structure you are putting in place gives room for proper communication, good project management, and also data tracking. And finally, you need to put in place a governance-focused structure. Why am I emphasizing this? As you move to the next phase of growth, every investor, particularly the likes of the DFIs, would like to ensure that there is corporate governance in place within the organization. And there are standards required, or corporate governance standards required for every business. So as we go ahead, you need to ensure that you have a board of directors or you have a board of advisory team that would help to guide strategic decisions within the organization. You also need to ensure that your governance structure is well balanced, proper dynamics, technical skills are on point, gender balance is also on point, experience, key experience as well is also on point. The reason for this is that it would help to propel you as you make strategic decisions that would guide your business and lead to the next level of growth. I hope this information has been very helpful. I hope you've been able to get 1 or 2 tips on how to structure your business. Remember, it is not just to create a business, it is to sustain the business and keep moving to the next level of growth. Create the right structure in your business today and ensure that your business is able to stand the test of time. Thank you once again and do have a great one.